This is the Oakwyn Podcast, featuring Morgan Brown and Michael Yu.
And welcome to the Oakwyn Podcast. I am Morgan Brown.
Michael Yu.
And I'm the Podfather.
And we have a special guest. And her name is Sandy Gibson.
Sandy Gibson, the ray of sunshine.
She is a ray of sunshine.
Great.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we're so thankful that you are here. And why you're here is because you
are the
Oakwynite of the Year.
What does that mean to you? You didn't have an acceptance speech.
I did not have an acceptance speech
so
this
is
year. I'm leaving it for next year.
This is your moment of your acceptance speech, please.
I'm so excited to be Oakwynite of the Year. Honestly, like I was very humbled. It's one of those special awards. You know, it's not just special. Based on.
Maybe you can explain to our listeners what is the Oakwynite of the Year, Sandy.
Oh, she's gonna have to do it for next year too, right?
No kidding.
It's like because for people that are not with Oakwyn, every year we give away these 3 special awards, and one of them is Oakwynite of the Year. And what happens every year is the previous winner gets to do a really incredible speech and launch the next winner, which is great. So this is your acceptance speech and just like a preamp of what an Oakwynite of the Year means for next year.
I don't know if I can top Celine's speech because that was incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I have to say, as I was watching over Zoom and she was talking and I'm like cluing in, I'm like, is she talking about me?
Yeah.
Like, wait a second, she is talking about me. Yeah. So Oakwynite of the Year. It's just amazing. I'm so excited to be a part of Oakwyn. It's an incredible community, and I'm glad and honored that I guess you guys think that I encompass everything that Oakwyn is.
Yeah, so that's what Oakwynite of the Year is. It is the member of our community who best exemplifies and sets a great example for the rest of us in our core values and how we treat others. So like Sandy is that embodiment. Thank you, Sandy. And one of the big things that we did, can you share with us last year's sales kickoff and what you kind of instigated?
Yeah. So actually, it was probably already a couple of years ago. We've been doing this for 2 years
right.
now.
2 years now.
Right.
So every year, of course, at our sales kickoff, which is like the best event of the year
So much fun.
for Oakwyn, Celine always brings donuts from Lee's Donuts. And there's always leftovers. And we're like, oh, that's kind of a waste. You know, we kind of want to share this with everyone. So Stefan and I would always go down to the Vancouver downtown east side and bring all the leftovers and hand them out to homeless people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they're always they're so appreciative and thankful and like have a real sense of humor and are just like, like they're regular people and very, very thankful for getting anything really.
Yeah.
So it was, the first year we did that, we said, okay, we have to do this and make it sort of like a
thing,
a yearly thing, which we did. So this year we couldn't do that. So, we'll have to do it next year. Maybe we'll bring twice the amount next year.
I think so. I think so. But the Oakwynite of the Year is such I think it's my favorite award because it's really, it's just so touching in the point of like you gave out donuts at the end of the day, but you carried that through during one of the hardest years for every realtor, and how you did that was just being a part of our community. You were really at a lot of the Zoom meetings as we pivoted Oakwyn into kind of that tech space, and you were always trying. I don't know one other Oakwynite that gets back to people so quickly on our Slack channels. I love you for that. Like I watch you and you're like this contractor, this person, and I think Oakwyn's really about sharing and collaborating, and you just have really amplified that. So thank you for being a part of our company and our community.
Thank you.
Pretty
Has
amazing.
that always been like a part, like being so collaborative, being so open? Has that always been who you are, Sandy?
Yes, for sure. It's super important to me. Like I'm that person that like, I want to help you. If I can help you, I want to help you. I always say like my friends will come to me because Sandy's got a guy. She knows a guy, you know? So It's like,
She knows a
do you have a guy? Yeah, I have a guy for that. So I'm that
Okay.
person that
So like a connector.
Yeah, like I'm a real connector, and I really like to, if I can connect two people together to make something happen, I'll absolutely do that.
Yeah. Were your parents like that, Sandy?
Yes, for sure. Especially, I mean, my mom, she's incredible. So she was sort of like, we're very similar personality types. She's, the life of the party.
Super similar. Super similar.
Yeah.
There's like the sales kickoff event, and then there's the Christmas party, which I got on the dance floor with Sandy a couple of days ago.
No, I was listening to you last time. I think it was last week or something. You were talking about like 90s hip hop. I'm like, Morgan, I feel you.
Yeah, man. That's right.
Did you ever like do any dancing or any kind of like?
I was a figure skater.
Oh, right.
I was a figure
Yes, I
skater.
remember
Yes.
that, yes.
Yeah. So that was my big thing, mainly to keep me out of trouble because this
Okay.
kind of personality, you have
Lots
to
of energy.
stay busy.
It's figure skating or cocaine, everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
One or the other.
Exactly.
Both on ice.
I mean,
Exactly.
God knows I don't need the second part of that. So I have enough
Energy is like
energy.
high level.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, you have been, I would say, so first of all, you are partners with Stefan.
Yes.
Stefan.
Yeah.
Stefan. I always say Stepan. I was like wanting to make him more beautiful. But and so he was your agent.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
so
Tell
tell us
us
the
that story.
Yeah, so the story is before I was a realtor, my husband and I, we bought our first property. First of all, we got priced out of the market. It does happen, everyone. I was
Yes.
like, we're looking to get a 2-bedroom and a 2-bathroom. And before you know it, we're like, oh God, we were too slow. Like now we're in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. It happens. So, and after that, we did a reno on this place. And my husband said to me, like, I think we should sell this. I think we should make some money. And I'm like, are you crazy? And then we called Stefan up again. I'm like, okay, I guess we can make some money on this. Let's do it. And then 1 became 2, became 3, became like 8.
Wow.
Yeah. So we
8 flips.
Yeah, we did 8 flips, which was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And if you don't get divorced after that,
You're meant to be.
good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, Stefan was our agent every time for every transaction. So
Amazing.
when I decided that it was time to get into the industry, which was not a surprise to anybody that I knew, it was the obvious choice for a partner.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. Like I think you guys really complement each other. Don't you find that?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
How did you like jump into it with him? Like of course you knew how he worked because
Yeah.
you
Right.
worked with him.
Exactly.
What was the thing that kind of drew you into to working with him?
You know what? I've always been in sales all my life. And I was really after, I wanted someone to be a real shark for me.
Yes.
And I'm like, if you can be a shark, you're my person, and then just personality wise, we just really complement each other. So we work very well together and
You guys
are
do.
amazing partners, I think.
Yeah, you guys are like good best friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
yeah.
I'm like you guys are like hanging out together.
Yeah, we always say friends first, business partners second.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
nice. You know,
Yeah.
it feels like, when meeting and hanging out with you guys, it feels like family. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
like that.
You guys
Yeah.
have that kind of
Our
great-
families are very close. Everyone knows each other, so yeah, we're
Like, you
very
need
close.
that, right?
You need it
in
for
a
sure.
friendship.
I want to know a little bit more about these flips though that you did.
Yes.
So let's say someone was thinking about doing some flips, Sandy.
I'm your girl.
Yeah, what? Sandy's your agent for sure.
She has a guy.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but what's what do you look for? Let's say in
Yes.
what do you look for specifically in a flip?
You know what? I look for that range of 20-ish year old building. That's a
Okay.
good building. A lot of those places haven't been touched on the inside because somebody moved in when it was first new and then, just kind of lived, like normal people do and
Right.
don't do these crazy renovations like I do. But we really look for potential of area. We've basically stuck to Yaletown.
Okay.
Yeah.
For all of
always
them.
been Yaletown.
Always
right?
been Yaletown. I'm every corner of Yaletown. I'm I've lived there.
Yeah.
So just potential for
Well,
I always look for
good
those
location.
when agents were looking for does it check all the boxes?
Right.
I would look for all the ones that would check all the boxes except for renovation.
Yeah.
Okay, this has potential. It's got view or balcony or
Yes.
something that people always want.
Yeah.
Is there a specific price point you always hit in?
Not necessarily, but I find that for flips, what we've found is it has to be a 2-bedroom. to make the most money. So that's kind of the sweet spot.
Good to hear
Yeah. So
that.
2-bedroom, 2-bathroom will make you for sure the most on a flip. And that's just the way to get the most potential.
Yeah. What type of renovations have you done, and what are the most kind of effective ones?
Well, they pretty much, if you see one of my renovations, my friends will call it like, I have, by the way, a couple of my best friends are interior designers.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I'm like always looking to them for their approval. I'm like, do you like it? Good. Yeah, but we call it like a Gibson renovation. It's like everything is white and gray. And if you want something different, you got to go somewhere else.
Okay. So very neutral
Very
colors.
neutral,
Yeah, a lot
something
of
that, like-
a lot of light.
Yeah,
That's
something
like
that
what consumers want.
exactly something that they can see themselves in.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So do you like do the kitchens, the bathrooms,
Everything.
Like,
everything.
you got the whole.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
got
you have to do
everything.
everything.
You have to do everything.
Pull
Yeah.
out.
So we did like kitchen, bathrooms, floor, paint, lighting, everything.
Do you ever go like with popcorn ceilings? Do you ever get
Oh,
to that
God.
extent?
Oh, like the popcorn ceilings are the first thing to go.
Yeah, it's the first thing to go. Because 20 years that's like popcorn ceiling
yeah.
bill.
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
we have our mutter who comes in and does like the full
I
skim.
love a good mutter.
yeah.
you?
Yeah, you need a good mutter.
Get a good mutter. But you like have such a good eye for things, and you even like right now you guys do some like semi-staging
Yes, for
on your
sure.
own properties with listings.
Yes, for sure.
So you did all these amazing flips, and then you got into real estate, and you have been on fire, girl. You have been
Yeah,
on
you're a pretty new realtor, right?
fire.
So-
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fairly new. I'm not even like 4 years in. I've
Okay.
I'm like 3 full
3 years.
3 full years in.
Right.
Yeah, when I first got into real estate, I got into the market in April 2017, which was a crazy time to get into the market and, quote unquote, oh, so easy because, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
But at that time, it was just so busy and the steep learning curve, it's like, yeah, you better be ready to learn something here and better be ready to be married to your job essentially.
Yes.
Which is awesome because I love what I do. So yeah, I had this goal. I'm like, okay, in my first 12 months, I'm going to sell 12 properties because people were asking me like, what's your goal? I'm like, well, I don't know
One a month?
what's realistic. I'm
Yeah.
like, one a month. That seems realistic. I sold 18 from April till December.
Oh,
I'm
wow,
like,
that's amazing.
Okay, I guess I should have set my goal higher.
With that energy, I was like, that's a low goal for you, girl.
Yeah.
Because you have so much energy.
I do have a lot of energy.
So
I
much-
do.
And that's what I think I think that's the best thing about Sandy is that you like with your energy, it's such an asset. So people want to work with you because of it, right? Just to get through.
I
These
hope
are-
so.
I think so.
So let's rewind it to the first year, Sandy. So how did you get 18 sales? Because that is really the average agent in our marketplace.
5
does 4 or 5 sales a year. That's the
Yeah,
average
That's
realtor.
That's it.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the market. So how did you do 3 times the amount?
Well, my first sale, my in-laws they wanted to purchase a home. And it was kind of perfect timing, of course, right? So I literally didn't even have access to Paragon. I had to ask Stefan, I'm like, can I use your Paragon? Because my in-laws want to see this place. I don't even know how to contact the agent. I can't even find it.
Sure.
Yeah, so they bought their first home, but it really snowballed when we sold their townhome. So I
Oh,
sold their
great.
townhouse, and then after that started door knocking in that complex.
Oh,
and
okay.
before you know it, I'm like, I guess I'm a Langley agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't even really know Langley before. And
Yeah.
yeah, before you know it got really busy, and then it snowballed one after the other. It was a lot of like sphere of influence, friends, family, people that I knew from previous careers, and they trusted me right away.
Yeah.
That was
Did
very
you have a
humbling.
program where
the
you
keyword.
where you intentionally reached out to them, or was it kind of more organic?
No, I have this thing where I'm like, I'm not gonna be the first one to talk about real estate when I see people I know because they know that's what I do.
Yes.
I wait for them to ask me because if you're interested, you're gonna ask me, and I'm not that pushy kind of person that. No, like I want it to be natural and organic. And
You are not. You're just like, come at me, okay?
yeah,
And I'll
like,
tell you
you have a
everything.
question, I'll tell you everything. So get ready.
Right.
Did you find that because you set up a team really quick with a mortgage specialist, did you
Yes.
have it all done prior? And what did you do? Like, I mean,
Yeah. So I would say my key person was a mortgage broker that I met.
Great.
And we actually used to work together a long time ago in a previous job.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
job?
I worked for Yellow Pages and I sold advertising.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was, her and I were actually like some of the top salespeople
Even
at Yellow
better.
Pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, we learned a lot. Loved working there. At some point you just know that's not going to be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sort of joined forces with this one agent who was also at Yellow Pages. And she is like a similar personality type to me. And we would start passing referrals back and forth. And that was the
great.
most valuable, I would say in my first year, that was the most valuable connection that I made for sure.
Yeah, having a broker and being able to, I think when you get into the business, having somebody to kind of bounce some things off
Yes,
of. Like,
yeah.
oh, is this right for,
So the
rate?
the relationship you have with your mortgage broker, how does that work? Like, do you?
Well, we are, we sort of have this trust in each other where we know that she can get it done. I can get it done. We're very similar personality types. That being said, if I think a different broker would be better for one of my clients, I'll absolutely send them there. Because for me, it's all about personality.
Yes.
Right. But for us, it was more of a natural, like pass it back and forth. Like we're playing volleyball here.
Yeah.
Close, done.
Yes.
So you guys
Yeah.
are pretty
Hit the ball.
You guys are pretty similar.
Very similar
yeah.
personality type. for
That's
sure.
Do you still work with her a lot?
Yeah, funny enough, I just got a message from her yesterday saying, "Hey, I want to buy this house." I'm like, let's do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that it's a huge, like, I always want to bring that up in the first year. Your like A team is so important.
Yeah, like
Yes.
building your team.
Yes.
people
building your
around you.
team.
Yeah, and I didn't really realize that as a new realtor. I'm like, well, I don't know a mortgage broker. I don't know, a home inspector. And then, before you know it, you realize the value of building that team and how your clients will start to ask you like, do you have a mortgage broker I can go to? Do you have a home inspector I can use? Do you have a lawyer? I'm like, oh God, I guess I need all these people.
You need his resources.
I need these connections.
You need
Yes.
more guys.
Exactly. I'm like, I had a guy for everything else. Now I need a guy for this.
And then your first year was great. And then your second and third have been incredible.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. When I see her, she just keeps on rising up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What do you give? Like, what do you take from that? Like, what was it? What has been your number one? What's your secret sauce, Sandy?
My secret sauce is self-motivation.
Yes.
Like I have always been someone who likes to prove it to themselves. It's like if someone tells me I can't do something, watch out because it's happening. It's happening.
That's a skater in you.
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah. Actually, early on, I was kind of bummed that the first year not really the first full year, but in 2017 that I wasn't Medallion Club. I'm like, oh man, like I would have really liked to have gotten there right away.
Sure.
And I met with an agent that I know who said to me, he's like, this is the best lesson you'll ever learn because you're never going to miss that again.
Yes.
He was right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been Medallion Club ever since.
ever since.
So Medallion is the top 10% of the agents in the industry, which is pretty incredible for like the first few years of being in
I
the
remember when you
business.
got Medallion, I was so
Yeah.
pumped.
You were pumped.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. And it was just, I think because it was one of your goals.
Yes.
And you hit it. And
Yeah.
it was just a very, incredible moment. And I think now what's to come for you? Like now that you hit this medallion, where you want to go, Sandy?
Well, I'm looking at 2 President's Club members here. And that's the next goal. That is our goal for this year is to be President's Club for
Yeah.
2021.
No problem.
So we've
Yeah.
sort of implemented all of these things into our business that hopefully help us get there.
So you said self-motivation. So how do you keep yourself motivated? Because, it is, especially right now, it's tough to stay motivated
Yes.
because everyone's isolated and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was, 2020 was obviously a very difficult year and it took a lot of like reflection of like, what do I want? What is it going to take to get to where I want? And I started
Right.
setting goals and I'm big on vision boards and
Okay.
I'm still cutting out things for my 2021 vision board.
Oh, nice.
It's been a busy few weeks.
I feel like those vision boards, do you feel like I have like 3 vision boards And I'm like, I don't know if I had to like kind of put them all together because I'm like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
Because you have so many different vision boards, but
Yes.
they work.
They do work.
Yes.
I'm the type though that usually I'll make a vision board and I'll literally look at it when I'm finished it.
Yes.
And then I sort of put it away for the year.
Good.
And then when I bring it out, it's actually unbelievable how many things you achieve.
Desi's the same way. I have to see my everyday. I have it on the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have it on in my office.
Yeah.
I have one in my book. I'm like always looking at it.
This year I bought a frame for it. So I think this year I'll be
This is the
looking at it.
time.
Yeah, this is the time.
So
Yeah.
what's on your vision board?
Well,
Sandy?
I think it's a combination of things because I don't make mine just work related. I think,
Yes.
for me, it's like health and, making sure that you're healthy and getting your body feeling good. And, but then also, of course, goals that are work related, like being President's Club would be amazing. And I know it takes a lot of hard work. And, I always take Michael's advice of like, break that goal down. Okay, how's it going to take? What do you have to do to like get there? Okay, this is how many I have to do a month. I better get busy.
That's awesome,
It's
Sandy.
Mikey D over here.
Yeah.
Breaking things
Break it down.
Mikey
Breaks
D.
things down. What? Like, why are we breaking them down? Sandy, you mentioned something, and I hope you don't mind just getting into it. You talked a little bit about in your vision board, the health thing,
Yes.
and you had a scare
Yes.
pretty recently.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes. My friends and I were in a car accident, a fairly serious car accident in San Francisco in June 2018.
Right.
And I will say that when that happened, it was extremely scary, of course. And but I just want to point out that being at Oakwyn was incredible. Like I got back to work and I was like, I don't know how I can get everything done that I have to get done because I was in a lot of pain and it was very difficult to work. And like Oakwyn was amazing. Like I remember, Michael, you said, anything you need, like we will help you. And I remember I needed like a set of keys picked up from North Van and brought downtown. And Michael just put it out in the chat, like Sandy really needs help. And like people were there. It was incredible. Like that was a huge amount of help and like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Yeah. So being in a car accident was a real wake up call. Because your health is everything. Like, now I'm dealing with like back pain all the time, but whatever. I don't complain about these things because it is what it is. But that's life. I know you've been in a serious car accident, Morgan, before.
Yes, I have.
And it's just, it just sort of like puts things in check and makes you realize what's important. And so for me, health is very important. Like when we got into the car accident, I was probably in the best shape of my life. And, it just sort of makes you realize, okay, gotta take care of yourself, take care of your body so that you can get there and feel good and achieve all these things that you want.
Oh my gosh. I'm just so like that was I remember you telling me when you got back, I was like, what? Just the amount of, first of all, for people that don't know, there was many people in that car.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like one person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's even more traumatic.
Yes.
When you're all your closest friends.
Yeah, you experience this horrible thing with all of your friends, but let me tell you, getting on a plane after you've been in a car accident is not exactly comfortable.
No, your body and everything, but like, get back to Canada.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Don't
need to
pay
get
for
back
those fees.
home now. I'm like black and blue in the face. It's cool.
It was crazy, but you bounced back and you had a great. I think first of all, you're such a warrior through that because you were like, no, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get going.
Yeah,
and it does take a lot of the support of everyone, but it comes to your mind and your willpower. Where does that come from? Like, is it your mom? Is it your dad?
I think it's like my mom is like one of these like powerhouse women. She was one of the very first female engineers in Vancouver.
Beautiful.
For her, it was like, I come from a European background. Like, you don't have an option to like not go to school and like you must do well. Like,
Yes.
get ready. You're going to do well. You're going to go to school. You're going to learn. You're going to be excited about it. And if you're not, I don't care because you're doing it anyway. Yeah.
What do they say? They say strong women breed strong women, right?
Yes.
It's like a very strength.
Yes.
That's cool that your mom and you, are you guys very close?
We're very, very close. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We usually pretty much talk every day. My friends are like, what do you guys talk about? Like, why do you want to like call each other every day? I'm like, well, I don't know. There's always something to say. And
The
then,
dead time. It's like the dead areas when you're like in between. I'm the same with my mom. I'll like call her randomly
Yeah.
while I'm driving. I'm like,
Yeah.
just to say hi.
Yeah.
And let her ramble.
Yeah,
So I can
exactly.
hear her.
yeah. And I'm an only child. So I think, I don't know.
Yes,
Like, it's
there's
like,
a connection.
there's a connection. And then there's a lot of like high expectations of like, you better do something.
Yeah, there's something actually. There's a statistic on only children and also the eldest child. So
Yeah.
the amount of like I guess amount of financial success. If you're an only child or you're the eldest child, you have a higher chance of doing better in life.
Interesting.
That's
I
interesting.
didn't know that. And then I just
What does that say for us? We're both middle children.
we're the third.
We're the third. Oh.
Yeah, Morgan and I are both the third. Well, my sister is better than me. Like significantly, both of them are.
Your sisters are lovely.
Yeah,
You guys are all.
better than me.
You guys come from the cream of the crop. That's for sure. All
that's
of you.
right. That's right.
But Sandy, I'm interested in just so obviously coming back from the car accident and kind of working through the pain. Like how did you do that? Is there something you did consciously or subconsciously to like get through that period?
I think it was just like, sometimes in life, like I feel like this wasn't the worst hand to be handed to you. Like
Beautiful.
people have gone through worse stuff. Like this is just how your life is going to be from now on, and you have to deal with it. And it is what it is. So make the best of it. Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I
That
love
is
you
like an
so much right now.
So it's
I
just
can't even look at you.
You actually are not looking at me.
Morgan isn't.
I am
She's
so
looking at herself in the
impressed.
mirror right now.
I'm like so impressed in that. That is a great mindset to have.
It's
incredible.
just it's interesting that you take that perspective, Sandy, because a lot of people would take a very different perspective. I've seen people go through accidents or things that are out of their control and let it totally dictate their entire futures, right?
Yeah, they get victimized a bit.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
right?
they get victimized but I don't expect anything less from you because you do have this like really like you see things in a very what is it, half the glass, you're like
Optimistically, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
optimistic.
I'm definitely optimistic, but I'm definitely that person that's like, if I can't control it, why would I worry about it?
Yes.
I don't worry about it.
That's what makes you a great agent.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things we cannot control.
Right.
That's amazing. But I think you were like, I remember when you were working out like crazy before.
Yes.
I'm lucky. I get to be in Sandy's office, so I got to see her with pre-COVID.
Yes.
Right.
Pre-COVID,
And so you were in the office every day.
Every day.
I mean, we were always seeing each other, and you were like working out in the morning, and then you were coming in and you're working.
Yeah, or working out at night. I like to work out at night.
How is your routine changed with COVID?
Well, I mean, it certainly, like when we couldn't go to the gym or do anything super active when COVID hit and everything shut down, that was a real downer for me. I thought, like, how am I going to get myself motivated to do something and still feel good and, feel strong and like
Right.
able to do things,
Right.
So I was like doing some workouts at home, but it's just not the same. Like I like to go and like sweat it out.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, if somebody would have like provided me maybe with my own personal ice rink, that would have worked too.
Right.
Yeah. 'cause
What
I
did you
still-
do? Have you just slowed down completely? Especially with with a pain from your back and everything too.
Yeah, it's it's working out helps.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
helps.
Good.
It helps your body feel good and like get those endorphins up because like I certainly need to be happier, right?
Yeah. Always.
Everyone
Always.
does.
I think so too. Well, that's amazing. I think your mindset, the way that you have kind of transitioned through after that accident, also the last like 2-3 years that you've been with Oakwyn, I think it's been a complete joy for me to see you grow and continue.
Yeah, totally.
And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Oh, just wait. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
I know.
good. It's gonna be good.
All president, I'm gonna be like a stage mom, like
Right.
crying on the side corner. Oh my God, I'll be drinking.
I feel like now that I've like said it to the universe, like I
coming.
need to make it happen. I'm gonna
this
make
is
it
the
happen.
year. I mean, you are super busy. Any predictions for 2021 at all?
well-
for the market and what we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly seeing a busier market again. It's very almost the last 4 weeks have seemed very 2017 like.
Yeah,
It's been very, very busy. You know, you're seeing multiple offers on things that you wouldn't expect. And it has been busy. So I'd say, really, I mean, I think it's going to be a very, very busy year. And I think any first-time buyers, especially who've been thinking about it, like, do it now.
Yes,
Right.
Do it now.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like houses, lots, all those are going to go up
Oh,
by
for sure.
a huge amount.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for navigating through the market right now, Sandy? For like, let's say if you're like an agent out there.
Yeah. I would say, you know, especially if you're a new agent, and this is what was very important to me as a new agent, is like, go to the office. Just listen to what other realtors are talking about.
So true.
Soak it in. Even if you have nothing to do, like sit on your laptop, pretend you have something to do, and soak it in. Soak it in. Like I think that, you know, it's really important to just be there, and then you'll learn so much.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
How is
tip.
that environment? Because you really care about your environment,
Oh,
right,
yes.
Sandy? So
Yes.
like, tell us like how that affects you and what. Yeah.
I'm the type of person that like I need to have like a clean house, needs to be tidy,
Right.
minimalistic. I need to be like in a place where I feel good, because that definitely affects how I feel and how I perform and just my mood in general. I mean, I'm not really ever in a bad mood, but yeah. So it's just, I mean, it's all controlled by your environment for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'm
Very
a huge
important.
like I'm the exact same way. Like if I have my environment the way I want, then I it's like having the tool or the place ready to just be able to perform well and to be able to either like learn or do some different things, right? But if the
Yes.
environment's not right, it's just like so
Yeah, like I feel like cluttered in my brain, and then that's not good. So like Oakwyn is amazing for that, because it's like a beautiful office. People are happy. They're walking around. They're talking. Like that's where you want to be.
Yeah, it's
my
so
house
good.
growing up was like slam packed. Like my mom's a bit of a hoarder, so my house growing up was like slam. But like yeah.
So is Arlene.
Arlene's house is another story. That's my sister. Yeah.
Hopefully, she's
I'm the
not
same way though.
listening.
Like I can't start my day in my office until everything's cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like
for sure.
really OCD about that a bit. I
Yes.
have to wipe everything down, and my assistant's always like laughing at me because I'm always throwing so much stuff out. I hate clutter.
Yeah.
It's not my vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't hold on to things very sentimentally. Like I'm not like, oh, I need to keep this one piece of thing because
No.
it was given
I'm
to
like,
me.
throw it
I'm
out.
like,
You guys
throw
ever
this out.
watched,
Throw it out.
Have you ever watched or read any Marie Kondo? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you heard of that?
Well, I mean, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not a TV watcher or like a
Okay.
YouTube anything
No?
like that. Really, no.
You're a
I mean,
Potter.
yeah, I love listening to podcasts. I go to the gym. I listen to podcasts. I'm like, I'm the one laughing. People are looking at me like, what is she laughing at?
Corner.
Morgan and Michael are really funny.
Right.
Well, she's pretty amazing. I think clearing your whole space it's what it's all about.
Yes.
It's like that energy that you have in your space. I'm almost to a point where I have to like move my desk a specific way and have it that way. But I think you have to just find your own space.
Yes.
And we are so thankful that you have found your space at Oakwyn. I think everybody that is an Oakwynite right now, just watch out for Sandy Garrison. And also just watch out for what she's done. I mean, you know, I think you amplify really what an Oakwynite is. We thank you so much for that and for
you.
showing your true, like, this is, I feel like you are an Oakwynite, but you're just so Sandy, so it just melts in so well. You know
Very
what I mean?
natural. Yeah,
Natural
very natural.
Oakwynite.
Yeah, for sure.
And Celine
Perfect
too.
tone.
And Celine was the same kind of thing. You know,
For sure.
she I saw her the other day at the office and I said, I cried. I got to watch that like 20 times. I was editing it.
Yeah.
I cried like every time because it was so beautiful.
Have you ever
Right.
done any videos or anything like that, Sandy? Like where you're featured on like
No,
You
not
should.
really.
You
Maybe I
should,
should.
yeah.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, I'm a talker. I think I could talk for a while.
Maybe I have a project for you and me.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love projects.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Sandy.
Thank you for having me.
And we are so excited to see what to come, Mrs. President. 2021. No pressure.
No pressure.
But we are so enjoy that you get to be with us every single day. And how can people reach you if they want to ask you out for a date?
She's married, everyone.
Call me, everyone. Call me.
Well, she's got a wealth of knowledge, so definitely use that brain for sure. How can I connect with you?
Best way to connect with me is phone, obviously.
Yes.
Call me, or Instagram. That's sort of the 21 project of that's the project of the year, is connect with me on Instagram, because we're trying to make it happen.
I love that. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. Wait, but what's your phone number and what's your Instagram handle?
Oh, yes. My phone number, 604
Okay.
318-0210. Call me. And
Thanks,
Instagram.
Godfather.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
And on Instagram, Sandy and Stefan sell homes.
Yes,
Oh, that's
IG.
a good handle.
Yeah.
And on that note, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Oakwyn podcast with Sandy Gibson today.
Thank you
so much.
you.
If you've enjoyed this podcast, please rate it 5 out of 5 on whichever platform you're listening to it on. And if you're interested in Oakwyn, feel free to reach out at www.oakwyn.com/join and put into the message box
Pod 2021. Thanks, everyone.
and you'll get a free piece of mystery swag. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
See you guys later.